The coalition government recognised the need to do more for the armed forces community, and on May the 16th, a new tri-service covenant was announced, enshrining the core principles in law.
The Armed Forces Covenant is basically the government's strategy which outlines their aspiration so that the armed forces community don't suffer disadvantage compared to their civilian counterparts in areas such as commercial services and services from the community such as health, education and housing.
So essentially it's really important that people start utilising the measures and reaping the benefits.
I think, to coin a phrase, if we don't use it, we'll lose it. The government have acknowledged that they haven't gone as far as they want to at the moment in the financial climate, but really we should expect to see more measures announced over the forthcoming period. So it's really important that we engage as a service and exploit the covenant, and hopefully we'll see more measures which will improve our terms and conditions of service so the naval service gets the recognition that it deserves.
The Armed Forces Covenant is a fantastic opportunity for people in service and ex-service people to get something back from the country.
Understand that there's lots and lots of benefits for you.
Great initiative.
Yeah.
Probably long overdue.
So how do naval personnel benefit from the covenant?
The key benefits. The first one was the doubling of the operational allowance last year. The increase of council tax relief from 25% to 50% for those in receipt of the operational welfare package. The extension of the Armed Forces Houses ownership scheme, which is basically a shared equity scheme to help service personnel get their foot on the housing ladder. And also it's been announced that service personnel have priority when applying for local authority housing and also the government's local home buy schemes. Assistance with schooling and education. So if you move from, say, the south of the country up to the north of the country for an assignment, it ensures that your children can transfer to the appropriate schools in the catchment areas. You can remain or keep your place on an NHS waiting list. So again, if you've been waiting for an operation as a family member and you move, then you'll remain in that position on the list. The Troops to Teachers scheme enables an easier route for ex-servicemen to get into both sort of teaching assistants and the role of teachers within schools. And the government announced a scheme called the Pupil Premium last year. Basically, for every service child in school, the school can apply for a £200 grant.
And what's the community covenant?
It's really looking at the covenant issues but at a local level. The government have allocated a £30 million grant. And once an area has signed up to a community covenant, they're applicable to apply for this grant to assist in projects which cut across the service and the non-service community, such as maybe a school park, or on another scale, something to do with veterans of the British Legion. The Chamber of Commerce will get involved, and then we can look at some sort of discount schemes within those local areas so that the service personnel in the community are receiving recognition for their service. So it's really important that not only we engage with the covenant, but also we feed back. We feed back where the measures haven't worked for us, where we have experienced disadvantage, and we feed back any ideas which we think can be included in the covenant, and as such will help us as a naval service and our families.
A lot of the younger members of the armed forces, they're not as well paid as in private sector, so they need some benefits like that, and if they can get it today, it's going to help them in their daily lives, definitely.
When we make that transition to civilian life, housing, education. You know, I'm a family man myself, so it's important that to have reassurances.
We are getting smaller, and we appreciate why that's happening. And if we could have something back, what a great advert that would be.
You can find out more about the covenant by looking at the following.